And good day. Well, we've got our handy TA-152 up, and we have just gotten the airframe upgrade. I'm sorry, this is the standard. I've got 3 videos I've put together here for you, and I'm having to go back in my memory a little bit, but I thought it was better than that than listening to Randy's screeches and howls from my crazy-ass cat. Anyone wants a extremely insane kitten, let me know. In the meantime, however, we have our TA-152, and this is with just the guns. I say just the guns, but it does seem to have some effect, doesn't it? Okay, line up on this fellow. And low deflection shots are what you pray for with this aircraft and its very flat shooting cannon. Because things tend to go away very quickly. Alright. Well, I'll line up on the fellow here. And that's the end of that. In fact, I am wrong. We have the mid-engine upgrade on this aircraft right now. Excuse me. You know how it is when you get old man syndrome. Can't remember nothing syndrome. Alright, so we have enemy aircraft here. And I want to interfere in that. They're taking over the base. And of course, with 2 of those flying over, they immediately decide I have to have the anti-aircraft gunfire on me. Okay. Well, he got a chunk of them. He's only got about 40 to 33% of his hit points left. We'll pop him. That's the end of that. There's another aircraft there. And I managed to show what a marksman I really am, right? Okay. Well, that's alright. We'll come by and get another chance here. Burned up. By God, we pay for that universal ammunition, don't we? But sometimes it pays off. Alright. Finally having some effect here. But we are shy on other people helping us throughout this little deal. And I see more aircraft coming in on my radar. And so I really need to get this wrapped up pretty quickly. There's a friendly. Good, it's getting lonely up here. Come on, sweetie. I'll be shy. Alright. Now, virtually every aircraft that I had attacked is gone. Then I'm having to take on all the new fighters that have respawned in the meantime. And I suspect, now this is one thing is going to be a recurring theme throughout these videos. This is not an aircraft you want to be caught at mid-altitude or lower at. Because you're easy meat to aircraft that are turnier than you are, and at low altitudes somewhat faster.
Stay alert, pilots. Large enemy force spotted over the airfield.
And I see we are already down 3 bases to 1, 2. We're going to want to try to keep this, so we're going to fire this GA aircraft, and he goes away. He's already pretty well chewed up, but we'll take him where we can get him. There's another aircraft in the vicinity, and I'm trying to hold on to what we got here to the best I can, because I don't know what the other aircraft are doing, but we're not doing a good job at it. Okay. I took care of that. There's another one. That's a B-32. And I got him about right where I want to, underneath the aircraft. Must be doing something right. Okay. That is a scary shot, you know. Really want to get on him and tear him out of the sky here quickly. Now, I am too close to this fellow. Way too close. And those very long wings kept me from rolling over him. And you can see the results of that. Okay, well, we got some nice medals and stuff. That didn't get me a win. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Well, let's just move on. So I get my token, get a Conqueror badge, and you'd think I'd be happy with 14 kills, but I got defeated, and I just, had way too many of those lately. Alright, but we'll just move along, move along. Let's just pop on to the next one, shall we? Here we go. Now you'll notice that these wings are much longer than they were. And the reason that they're longer than they were is because I have the airframe upgrade here, which gives you nothing in hit points. So I'm just doing this in the, it doesn't say it gives me anything, but whatever. Okay, fine. Promised I'd show you guys everything I could get. By God, I'm showing you everything I can get. Alright, so we're up to our altitude. And now I'm looking for things to kill. People to see. Planes to shoot, people to kill. Come on. Actually, I just didn't want to be the first guy in there and suffering from AA fire the whole time. I only have 380 hit points to play with. And it ain't exactly the thing that makes you want to be in a constant AA fire. Well, he ain't got much left, does he? Alright. He went away. Alright, he's diving. I want to get back up here and deal with this fellow. And it's right here I begin to notice something. I came on his tail much faster than I normally expected. And I am low. I'll let this guy suck me down low too. Alright. And there's a recurring theme here that I have these little misadventures every time I get low with this aircraft. Now, I may be the least intelligent person you'll run across, but sooner or later it begins to occur to me that this is not the way to use the aircraft. Let's just proceed. We'll see where we go with this. Because at this point, I decide I need to get low again. Now these are against unescorted AA, or GA I should say. And I really do not believe in allowing aircraft to, GA aircraft to survive if you see them.
Be advised, the enemy is concentrating forces near the airfield.
Alright, one GA down. And there's the second. Now, what am I doing? Getting low on the ground again with more nimble aircraft around me. Now, explain to me, because I apparently didn't get it, what I'm doing being low to the ground with more nimble aircraft around me. Can you guess what's going to happen next? Okay, so I've gotten 2 aircraft. Now, mind you, I'm in an aircraft that's quite comfortable at 10,000 feet. What am I doing here? Alright, that's the 3rd aircraft I shot in my little adventure. And looky there. Look what's coming up on me. Alright. Now there's a reason why I'm showing you defeat videos, because I want you to learn something that I learned the hard way with this aircraft. Because when I got going through my mind, I started realizing exactly where I was at altitude-wise every time I was getting shot down.
Receiving reports about rapidly deteriorating weather conditions. Support will be unable to reach you. Do you read me? Over.
I'm not the fastest plane in the sky by a long shot. And even after I get the final upgrade, I'm still not going to be. There's still the XF5U and the .1056, to name a couple,
Enemy is about to win. Push harder.
and the 262, which are all faster than I am, and by a fair margin.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy.
And here I am at low altitude and getting shot up. So the moral to this story, boys and girls, and yes, I do have a couple of female viewers on this, I'm told, or male viewers on female account on their wives' accounts, maybe, but I do have at least one female viewer. So when I say ladies and gentlemen, I'm not kidding. We do have a couple of female viewers. All right, and you'll notice we did fair, but we still lost, and I'm a contributor to it because I didn't use my aircraft correctly again, or shall I say, still. All right. Well, we'll take a moment here in the interlude, and we have now upgraded to the final engine. You are now looking at the fully upgraded aircraft with the wings so long they look like they belong on a sailplane, and we're on a high level, high altitude map that favors the aircraft.
Pilots, get ready for action. Let's go.
All right, so we're climbing for a little altitude. Also, I want other people to run it into the AA before I do. Yes, I'm a bad boy. Use my guns to the maximum that I can. Great aircraft when you use it correctly, huh? Alright. And yes, that's me doing flips and turns. That's way up there. Now I'm going to mosey on over to the airfield, see if we can't help get that airfield in here. Well, looky there. What do you have? RB-17. He's going to use his massive AA guns. But they don't do a lot of good against a TA-152.
The military base. Proceed with caution.
Nor do B-32s. place we're at the proper altitude this time, but I have got multiple planes coming in. I need to be higher or something else. Okay, we'll try to gain a little speed, but I'm out of boost, and that's not a good thing here. And there's also a little bit of the song that you're not going to win everything. Alright. Well, the BF-109G got one on me. Good job. Alright, let's go ahead and get back in the sky here. See if we can't do better. Stay alive a little longer. I notice that we are absolutely owning the high altitude, which is what we want in this aircraft. We already know it doesn't do well at low altitude. There's no reason for me to go down there anymore if I don't have to. Especially when you can two-shot your enemy thanks to the guns on this thing, which are nothing less than spectacular. All right, there we go. And there is a 262 up here with me. Was a 262 up here with me. One of the things I'm going to have to do with this aircraft is take it up to the training room and learn the correct lead off for aircraft transiting across. It's what's known as a high deflection shot, because I have not quite learned what that is yet with this aircraft and these guns. Now, that's a proper way to visit low altitudes of this aircraft. Dip, take your shot, get back up to the altitude you want to be at. He burned down.
Way to go! Victory is close.
There's Mr. BF-109.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy. Do you copy? Over.
Okay. So 109Z. See them occasionally. I like seeing them go away, especially that's the last you'll see of them in this game. Okay, now that takes care of the B-17, RB-17.
Today, we'll be waiting for you back home.
That's more like it. Though I didn't get my Conqueror badge this time. But I like seeing the victory. All right, boys and girls, all other things considered, I think we could start drawing some conclusions from this aircraft. But the one thing I want you to learn from my mistakes and why I showed you a couple of defeats like that is so you get it in your head, do not fly this aircraft at low altitude and expect anything but your tail feathers handed to you, because that's all you're going to get. There is absolutely no reason to have the aircraft low. It doesn't fly well down there. Okay, so let's move on into what we actually have here, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so let's go through some of the upgrades here and their effect. And I'll tell you the one where I was shocked. So let's start off first with, you know what you're getting here. All right, I can do the math as well as anybody else. Come up with 420, and sure enough, you get 420. The 31,015 feet on this make it a formidable weapon. This whole firing speed says that if you get in a dogfight, you're going to get shot down most times. All right, so we knew that, and I knew enough not to even stop at that until I got to here. I'd rather have the 20 millimeters than I would the uh, shooting basketballs that maybe hit and maybe don't. Here's where the shock comes in, though. Let's go back to the first airframe. 12.5. Let's go to the second airframe, and let's look at the information on this. This is the information you get. You go up to 380 hit points, and here you have 380 hit points. Anything about this tells you that you really need to get this upgrade? No. But you want to get this upgrade. Taking this down to 11.5 seconds makes it a whole different aircraft. Alright, we'll take a look at the engine speeds next. So we'll start off with where you're going to start off with, and we'll mount that. And we're making the assumption that the upgrades here are the same. Obviously, if I demount all those, but I'm not going to spend tokens on that. Alright, so let's go back to this. Your upgrades. Okay, note that your altitude, optimum maximum altitude is 8202, which means you'll operate at 10,000 feet just fine. Alright, your cruise speed as it sits with the engine, beginning engine, goes as 309, which is not bad. You mount the DB 603 LA, and you go to 315. Then you go to the UMO 213 F1, your third upgrade, your 321, and you're looking pretty good. This is a Tier 8 aircraft, by the way, folks. There are Tier 9 aircraft that don't go this fast. Alright. how I've got the aircraft outfitted. Survivability is 380, of course, we knew that. It's never going to change. But this may be after you get your guns, this may be the most important upgrade you'll get. Because getting a lightweight airframe and getting a lightweight power plant and optimizing them, the heck out of them, might get you 0.3. Upgrading your airframe gets you a whole second of turn time. Alright, now that brings into the question the next thing. Well, sights. Well, this is a sniper aircraft. If you don't spend money on sights, I don't know what to tell you. You're playing the wrong game. Polished skin, obviously pretty nice to have. I went with the improved high-speed gas turbine. You could go a number of ways here. You could go to the upgraded engine, lightweight power plant if you wanted some more maneuverability, engine armor protection. Well, that's kind of dumb in this aircraft. Alright, but you have some things to bring this down to an 11-second turn time if you want to go that route. Whether you want to or not, I don't know. To me, the speed's more important in an aircraft of this type, but you're going to have to make your own call there. Right now, this seems to have made the most sense to me. And when you get it further upgraded, obviously makes a lot of sense. Speaking of upgrades, where are you heading to with this aircraft? Well, the next one is going to be the Huckabee. Let's go back. We'll take a look at the Huckabee here. Get your information. Let's go back to hangar. Alright. And your gun armament there is going to be the MG 5120s. Let's go back to upgrades here. That's a good ways away, by the way, but I'm just giving you the path of what you're going to see here. So when you bring it up, it's going to give you 4 of the most god-awful guns you've ever wanted to see. You're going to be right back into 262 territory. And that's awful. Speed on this is 315 to start with, and you've got 4 engine upgrades. We'll have to see on that one. I'd actually have to bring up the World of Warplanes. And then you end up with the 252, which is where you're going to end up next. I'm sorry, I should have brought that up here. And these things are going to affect your choices here. Alright. Let's go to maneuverability. You're back to a 12.5. 282. And folks, I don't know what to tell you about the Huckabee, but yeah, those guns are horrible. And you have to live with them. Here they go back to the 213-30s, which are not bad at all. Your survivability is 600, which is great. Your airspeed is going to be, cruise speed is 368, which is awfully fast. And maneuverability, you're still looking at 12.5, but altitude performance is 282. This makes it a high altitude boom and zoom. Problem is, for me, looking at this aircraft against an 1101, if you're choosing a line to go down, I'm not seeing a thing to recommend it. And the reason I'm saying that, let's go look at the tech tree again in Germany. And we'll look at an 1101. Sorry, should have gone back up here. Information. Alright. You get a whopping 2 of these as opposed to 4 of the 213Cs instead of the 213/30s. You get more power. You get more reach. Survivability is less. Airspeed, you're talking, where's my airspeed? Come on, guys. You're a little faster, 30 miles an hour faster. And you'll notice that all things being equal, this is the better aircraft. Look at the maneuverability difference. You're at 10.9 here. Actually, it's 10.5 the way I've got it rigged out. But it's showing you what I've got as opposed to what is. What I've got from the 252. But outfitted the same. It will be a little slower. And it's still going to be more maneuverable. Outfitted with a lightweight frame. You can come in right around 340, 335. And you're looking at 10.5. To me, this looks like a redundant aircraft. Now, maybe it's just me. Let's go look at the actual hangar. We'll go back and we'll go pull up the 11. The actual 1102 I have. (1101), excuse me. Okay, so outfitted the way I've got it outfitted is 343 turn speed. On this is 1005. So, gentlemen, I'm telling you this just so you know what you're getting into before you follow a line. All right. The 1101 is the superior of the two aircraft. And if I couldn't make an FW252 in my 1101, then I have made so many mistakes it's not funny. All right. I'd rather tell you up front than have you invest the time in it. All right, folks, that's going to wrap this one up for today. I want to thank you for participating, and by all means, please remember to like the video and to subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You have a great day. Bye-bye.